Welcome to tonight's quiz stream. There's a link right there to the side where you can donate to the channel if you want. And I'm just awaiting my first players. Otherwise it won't be much of a quiz. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is a bit worrying. 5 minutes in and no one's shown up. None of the regulars. Oh, okay. Thank you, Daniel. You saved me. I would end up talking to myself like a madman. I'm okay. I'm not bad. Just watched Bird Box on Netflix, which I'd not got around to. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. Not perfect, but decent enough. How are you? Are you going to play the quiz? There's Anthony. A Blast from the Past. It came out about 3 years ago. Jesus. A Blast from the Past would be like a 90s movie or an 80s movie. Yeah, can do, Daniel. I'll let you know. Hey, Cindy. How's it going? Well, I'm right. Yeah, Anthony's just made me feel old, Cindy, by calling Box a movie which came out in 2018, A Blast from the Past. These kids. Yeah. Like a demented old man, I would have done the quiz to myself. Okay. So are you in for the quiz, Daniel? It's multiple choice, so you've got a chance. Why? Because it's like pre-pandemic, so I've not seen the memes. Okay, so I'll put your name down. It's in rounds, Daniel, and it's multiple choice, so you will have a chance, even if you have no idea. Blast from the Past. That is genius. Okay. So Cindy's in, Anthony's in, Daniel's in. Oh, we've got another player, I think. Okay. Oh, it could be pretty packed tonight, so you guys will have to be quick with your answers. Hey, Feline, how are you? How's it going? See, I've put the regulars' name down just in case assuming they might show up. I know Elsa doesn't always show up. Do you want to play this quiz, Feline? It's action movie and it's multiple choice for each question. Oh, good stuff. We've got another player. Feline. So you have to be, because we're building quite a list of players here. You'll have to be quite sharp. It's A, B, C, or D each time, so that makes it a bit easier. So we'll just wait a minute for Mahensa, see if she shows up. If not, no worries. Yeah, we've been doing this for the last few weeks, Feline. We did a 90s TV quiz last week. And it was a 60s TV quiz the week before. Just an update. Hopefully, it'll be New Nightmare tomorrow night on the stream. I say hopefully because my DVD box set still hasn't shown up, so it's depending on that. But as long as it shows up tomorrow, we'll be on for it. If not, we'll have to do that a different week. But we can pick a different movie for tomorrow. What did you think of Bird Box, Cindy? Assuming you've seen it. Yeah. Yeah, the 7th Nightmare on Elm Street film, but the one which was the the precursor to Scream. And next week's pilot stream will be the Veronica Mars pilot. Just to let you know. So that'll be next Wednesday. Okay. I was mixed on it, Cindy. I think the bits of it that are bad are really bad, so I can kind of understand the hate from that point of view, but overall as a film, I didn't think it was as bad as some people make out. I think when it was focused on the characters and they did like the whole basically when it was those characters in a group and they're sort of holed up and it's just about their interactions and stuff. I thought that's when the film was at its best. When it focused on like the actual creatures and you had like the horror type moments, I thought those scenes were weaker. And I think that might partly be because the director, she's sort of an art house director who's, but maybe not so good at, you know, horror and genre. And I think I would have just preferred if the story was just all the way through on like the characters in the house and stuff and those characters. I wasn't so much bothered about the stuff at the end with the kids. And I think it sort of telegraphed the fact that, you know, obviously the other characters weren't going to be around because of. And I think I don't know. I think that might have something to do with it coming from like a novel and like the structure from the book. Yeah, the cast were good. Okay, well, there you have it. That's an alternative view. I I disagree with that Amphonym, but that's a different point of view. I'm 20 breath. What do you mean by that? Do you? Yeah, it might just be that thing, Amphonym, because it was jumping back and forth. But because we spent most of the film with the other characters, then I just naturally cared about that stuff more. But yeah, fair enough. I I generally like Sandra Bullock. I think at times she was overacting a bit in it. As the Oh, I'm not sure, Feline. I'm not sure what movie that is. All right. I mean, Anthony, to be honest, I don't remember the mother saying that she. Oh, yeah, she did. Sorry. There's a scene, isn't there, early on when she mentions what they're going to be called. Yeah, that's true. Hey, Mahensa. Daniel's question. Hmm. Merchandise, yeah. I mean, not really toys. I think the only toys I've got really are those ones. Yeah, merchandise like T-shirt and stuff, books and what have you. I've got of other shows and stuff. Yeah, I mean, it was just like a tribute to them, wasn't it? Let it go, Anthony. Okay, so Mahensa's here, so Mahensa's in. So I think we'll make a start on the quiz because again, it's a few rounds, so it might take a while. So we're going to make a start. So quite sharp with your answers. I'll give you around 30 seconds for each one. Um, no, I think just the one bird box was about right. Um, okay, I'm going to make a start. So this is the action movie quiz. Different categories as always. I've been a bit loose with like action and the meaning because there's like a couple of Western based questions. There's a couple of like noir thriller type questions. But I think roughly I'm in the ballpark. Yeah, so it's different kind of action type movies. So different rounds. So we'll score it per round, and as I said, multi it's A, B, C, or D. Apart from one question where I couldn't think of another red herring answer, so I've just three options. But here we go. So the first round is 40s and 50s era sort of action, if you like. Okay. So question one: which famous novelist did the screenplay for the classic noir film The Third Man? Is it A. Graham Greene, B. Agatha Christie, C. Ernest Hemingway, D. John Falconer? So A, B, C, or D? Anthony says B, D. D. That's all of you, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. That's a good start because no one got it right. It was actually A. It was Grey and Green. Um, and just the fact, if you haven't seen or heard about The Third Man, it's got Orson Welles in, and there's a famous story where Green did the screenplay, but Wells changed one of the famous line. There's a particular famous dialogue about a cuckoo clock, and Wells actually added that to his bit of dialogue, not Green's. So it's a little fact there for you. But yeah, Grey and Green. So question 2. Okay. The dramatic end of the 1953 film Second Chance takes place on what mode of transport? Is it A, a train, B, a bus, C, a cable car, or D, an aeroplane? D. Okay. Okay, that's everyone. I can say that Mahensa and Feline got the right answer. It was the cable car. So a point each for you two. The film itself, not that great. It's all right, but the ending actually is good. The ending's quite exciting. So cable car was the answer. There really should be more films we've seen set on cable cars, I think. I can't get enough of it. Okay, so question 3. Well done, Feline. What was the name of the town drunk in the Western Rio Bravo? Was it A, Ben, B, Duke, C, Wild Sam, or D, Dude? Okay. Okay. Think we're just waiting for Daniel now, aren't we? It's confused. You haven't answered yet, have you, Daniel? Oh no, because when Feline said yes. Do you want to give an answer, Daniel? I hope he's not looking it up. Okay, Daniel's go. Okay. Well, we're back to a stalemate because none of you got it right. I don't think you did. No one said D, did they? No. No, it was D. It was Dude. His name was Dude. So I'm pleased. It was basically the name of the town drunk in Rio Bravo, which is a western. Yeah. He was but some good red herrings on my part, I thought, because Wild Sam, Duke definitely sounds like an old western sort of name. So, okay. So the next question, which is the last one in this round, is this. Who plays the lead? Yeah. Who plays the lead in 1954's Johnny Guitar? Great film, by the way. Is it A, Betty Davis, B, Joan Crawford, C, Mercedes McCambridge, or D, G, Tinney? Go, B. C. Oh, Feline says Joan. Is that everyone? I think it is. B, A. Oh, Cindy says B. Okay. All Cindy and Feline got a point. It was Joan Crawford. And she's great in that film. Absolutely brilliant. So well done, you three. And that's the end of round one. So Feline won that round with 2 points. Mahensa got one. Daniel got one. Yeah, Cindy. And Cindy got one. Yes, I haven't put your point yet. So, yeah. Yeah, she really is Cindy. If you've never seen the film, she's brilliant in it. Okay, so we're on to round two. Just give me a minute. No, you got one, Mahensa. So you'll carry those scores over into the next. So I'll do an overall thing at the end. But yeah, Feline won with 2. Daniel got 1. Mahensa got 1. Cindy got 1. So next round, which is basically thrillers. Yeah. But that's why the multiple choice gives you an option, gives you a chance. Because some you can make an educated guess, even if you've not seen the films, based on some of the options. Okay, so thrill round. Okay, what was unique about the opening title sequence to Hitchcock's North by Northwest? Was it okay? Was it A? It was the first shot in color, as in the first title sequence. Was it B? It was the first intercut with scenes from the movie. Was it C? It was the first to use like stop motion animation, or was it D? It was the first to feature Hitchcock himself speaking to the audience. A, B, C, or D? Feline says C. Yeah, well done. Feline and Cindy got a point. It was like the stop motion animation. There's a more technical term, but it's basically the style where you see the sort of letters like revolving and swirling, and it's like a mix of like sort of images and you know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very famous scene, but yeah. So 1 point for Cindy in that round, and 1 point for Feline. Well done, you two. Next question: who sung the first official James Bond theme? Was it A. Shirley Bassey, B. Matt Munro, C. Tom Jones, or D. Nina? Okay, waiting on. Oh, very good. The four who said B were right. So one for Cindy, one for Anthony, one for Mahendra. Yeah, Daniel said B. So, oh, very interesting round. Yeah, but I mean, how you have you normally have a theme song as well, don't you, Daniel? That's what I mean. Um, yeah, the first theme, like the where you had like a theme song, was from Russia with Love by Matt Monro. Obviously, Shirley Bassey did like three different Bond themes. Tom Jones did the theme to Thunderball, and Nina was like this Dutch singer who did like songs on the on Her Majesty's Secret Service soundtrack. So they've all done Bond themes, but Matt Monro was the first for From Russia with Love. Okay, next question. The Itcus File, starring Michael Caine, won a BAFTA award in which category? Was it A, Best Film, B, Best British Film, C, Best Screenplay, or D, Best Cinematography? Mm. Okay. Antonin and Feline got a point there. It was for Best British Film. Interesting round. Okay. Next question. In Wait Till Dark from 1967, starring Audrey Hepburn, what item is used to smuggle the drugs? Is it A, teddy bear, B, a book, C, a casket, or D, a doll? I love it when that happens. No, none of you got it right. It was the last one, D, a doll, or an old fashioned doll to be exact. Very good film. Another film you should look up if you've not seen it. Audrey Hepburn plays a blind girl or blind woman. Okay. Okay, so a couple more in this round. Who directed the first Mission Impossible movie? So in 1996, was it Brian De Palma, B, so A, Brian De Palma, sorry, B, John Woo, C, J.J. Ambrose, or D, Brad Bird? Just waiting on Daniel. You there, Daniel? Okay. Seems to have gone for a minute, so we'll carry on. So Cindy got a point for that. It was Brian. The others have all done Mission Impossible films, but De Palma did. Oh, okay. D. Okay. No, hard luck, Daniel. You didn't get it anyway. Well, the round hasn't finished yet, Mahensa. Cindy got a point though for that question. It was A. Brian De Palma. So last question in the round. The classic French thriller, The Wages of Fear, was remade by The Exorcist director William Friedkin under what title? Was it A. The Ninth Configuration, B. The Guardian, C. Sorcerer, or D. The Brinks Job? Okay. Very good. Mahensa Daniel Feline. You all got a point. Yeah. It was remade as Sorcerer. Yeah. Very underrated film as well. A good sort of cult movie. I recommend both versions. They're both very different to each other. And the trick there is that the other options, well, The Ninth Configuration is a film by William Peter Blatty, who his book is the one they use for The Exorcist. So there's a William Friedkin connection there. Okay, thanks, Daniel. Take care. See you soon. And The Guardian is another Friedkin film, and so is The Brinks Job. So all sort of connections there. Okay, so that's the end of that round. We have a three-way tie in that round. Cindy, Amphonin, and Feline all got. No, sorry. No, I was misreading that. Feline, you won that round. You got 4 points. Amphonin got 3. Cindy got 3 as well, so they're tied. Mahensa got 2, and Daniel got 2. So it's all pretty close. So on to the next round. Okay. Okay, this is actually the last longer, so there's some extra questions. So it's basically 80s classics and other random bits as well. So, bit of a mixture for the last round. Okay. What was Arnold Schwarzenegger's first ever movie role? Was it A, Hercules in New York, B, Conan the Barbarian, C, The Long Goodbye, or D, Pumping Iron? Okay. Okay, you've all answered. Bahensa and Feline get a point. It was Conan the Barbarian from 1970. Um, he actually had a small part in The Long Goodbye, which I didn't know. I found that out today. Yeah, but yeah, the answers. Sorry, Hercules in New York, not Conan the Barbarian. Hercules in New York from 1970, his very first film. So Mahensa and Feline get a point. Okay, next question. Which He-Man character appears at the end of the closing credits of 1987's Masters of the Universe? Is it A, He-Man, B, Evil-Lyn, C, Skeletor, or D, Gwyndor? Gwyndor, I think that's how you say it. Okay, Mahensa says He-Man. No, it was Skeletor. Yeah, he appears at the very end of the credits, coming up from like the lava, saying, "I'll be back," but he never was back because the film flopped, so there was never a sequel. But yeah, Skeletor. So yeah, a point to Cindy and a point to Anthony. Okay, next question. Because I think because the film flopped, Feline, it didn't do very well, so it didn't make enough money for it. But I remember as a kid, because I was young at the time, and seeing that and seeing him at the end, and it sort of got me excited. But obviously, in my naive youth, I didn't understand that. Hey, maybe the movie didn't make enough money for him to come back. Okay. So next question. Which wrestler has a cameo in the Patrick Swayze film Roadhouse? Is it A, Rowdy Roddy Piper, B, Ric Flair, C, Hulk Hogan, or D, Terry Funk? It's Roddy B. A. No, none of you got that right. It was D, Terry Funk. Which is quite fitting considering there's quite a lot of brawling in that film. But yeah, Rowdy Roddy Piper was in quite a lot of movies, but no, he wasn't in that one. So Terry Funk was the answer. Okay. Question 4 in this round. Actually, this is the one that only has 3 options. So you've got an even better chance. In the first Beverly Hills Cop movie, what inventive way does Axel Foley use to stop the cops from following him? Is it A, he puts a banana in their tailpipe, B, he removes the engine from the car, or C, he dresses up as a hooker and leaves the hotel dressed as a hooker? I've butchered that third one, but basically he leaves in disguise so that they don't know it's him. A, B, or C in that. Anyone who's seen this film will know the answer. Yeah, there you go. Cindy's clearly seen it. Anyone who's seen the film would know the answer. He puts a banana in the tailpipe. So a point to Cindy. It's absolutely glorious. Okay. Next question. The Running Man was based on a short story by which writer? Was it A, Stephen King, B, Arthur C. Clarke, C, Philip K. Dick, or D, Dean Koontz? All right. Is that because you've heard of it, Mahensa? You've heard of that scene? What? Sorry, I'm getting. See, I never would have known that, Mahensa. But that is kind of hilarious. Yeah, I'm gonna repeat the question for Mahensa, but you guys have already answered, so you have to stick with your answer. So the question, Mahensa, was The Running Man was based on a short story by which writer? Was it A, Stephen King, B, Arthur C. Clarke, C, Philip K. Dick, D, Dean Koontz? You guys know way too much about this. You must be a right pair of crooks. Bloody hell. Hey, Rachel, how's it going? Rachel knows the answer. Yeah, man, no, you didn't get that one. So I have to add Rachel to it now. God damn it. Rachel gets a point. You've entered very late, Rachel, but you get a point anyway. Yeah, I know you, Guy. Okay, fair enough. I saw there was a few lurkers. Yeah, but to be fair, I reckon a lot of it was inspired by Beverly Hills Cop because it was back in the 80s, so I reckon quite a lot of people did it after it. It's a brilliant scene though. He distracts them with he like orders them some food that gets taken to the car. Well, that's all right. We've nearly done anyway. Um, so yeah, I'm so distracted. So Cindy got a point for that round, and so did Rachel. Yeah. Okay. Next is so distracting. Next question. Who was who? Sorry. Start again. Who was originally offered the John McClane role in Die Hard? Was it A, Wesley Snipes, B, Sylvester Stallone, C, Frank Sinatra, or D, Harrison Ford? Hang on, slow down. Oh, Anthony got the point. Yeah, but you said A as well, didn't you, Cindy? I'm sure you did. Okay, stop for a minute. I'm gonna scroll back up. I'm sure Oh no, Cindy said C. Yeah, sorry, Anthony. Cindy's right. So I'm gonna have to chalk a point off you, Cindy, and add a point to Anthony. I have no idea why I got that confused. Yeah, I've just checked it back. Okay. So for this question, C, D, C, D, C, B. Yeah, that's all of you, isn't it? Yeah, it's more honest than I would have been, to be fair. Anthony, I'm impressed. Anthony and Cindy and Mahensa all get a point. That's impressive. Cindy, did you know that, or was it just guesswork? Because it's the sort of thing you might have heard. Rang a bell. Okay. Yeah, it's actually quite a funny story because, yeah, I guess it maybe is quite well known in some. Yeah, because he was the one who was attached to the novel, like he was in a film version of the novel that the movie was based on. So it was sort of he was involved in the production, so that's why they offered him the role first. And yeah, for obvious reasons, he said no because he was way too old at the time. So there you have it. Frank Sinatra, believe it or not, was originally offered the Die Hard lead role. Okay. What was the title to the NAF Speed sequel? Yeah, a long time ago, Feline. So the Speed sequel um, title, was it A, Speed 2, this time it's personal, B, Speed 2, Speed Again, C, Speed 2, Stay Out of the Water, or D, Speed 2, Cruise Control? That that was a tongue twister. Yeah. Oh, Piper's popped up. Bloody hell. Good to have you, Piper. That's a D, isn't it, Cindy? Yeah, everyone knows this. Hey, Piper. So Piper's popped up to get at least a point at the end. Oh, yeah, I didn't realise you hadn't even answered. P9D, Mahensa D, Cindy. Yeah, famously, I've never actually seen it, but it's meant to be absolutely terrible. And a terrible title as well. Okay, next question, which I think. Oh, there's two more questions. Okay. Which of these wasn't a co star for Matt Damon in the Bourne franchise? Was it A, Franca Petetti, Petit, B, Julianne Moore, C, David Strathairn, or D, Julie Stiles? I think it's Julia or Julia. Yeah, you too, Piper. Yeah, yeah, more. Okay. Piper, do you want to hazard a guess? B. Yeah, most of you got it right. It was B. It was Julianne Moore. I thought quite a lot of people would get that right. Just Cindy didn't get it right. But you're doing okay. Yeah, the first one I mentioned is the Run Lola Run actress who was in the Firstborn movies. Okay. So one more question. Which of these actors has a cameo in The Terminator? Is it A, Ted Danson, B, Bill Paxton, C, Mel Gibson, or D, John Aston? Fair enough, Cindy. Hang on. Terminator, Rachel. So he had a cameo. This actor had a cameo. C. Yeah, Cindy's gone for B. Okay, Piper's opting out. So I think we're just waiting for Rachel. Do you want? Did you hear the options, Rachel? Well, just take a guess. The options are A, Ted Danson. Oh, you can't pass. B, Bill Paxton. C, Mel Gibson. Or D, John Aston. You only have to say A, B, C, or D. Okay. See, it was worth it, Rachel, because you got it right. Yeah, Bill Paxton. And Piper got it right. So yeah, it's the motor, it's the gang thing, where he takes their sort of clothes. He's one of the gang. So that was confusing. So it was B. Who got that right? Cindy. Piper got it right. So hang on. Cindy got it right. Piper got it right. Rachel got it right. Feline didn't. Mahensa, no, you didn't get it. Anthony said C, so no. So a point for Rachel, a point for Piper and Cindy. Okay, thanks. That's the end. I'll see you soon, Rachel. Take care. Piper. Okay, yeah, that's the of that round and the quiz. So so at the end of that round, it was all very close. Most of you got 4 points. Cindy got 4 points. Anthony got 4 points. Mahensa got 4 points. Rachel got 4 points. So it was a tie between you three. Feline got 3. And Piper got 3, which is good going. Piper joining at the end. So I'll just add up the overall scores for the 3 rounds. So just give me a few minutes. Cindy, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, got 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Right, and then we had the late players. So Rachel, you joined late. So Rachel got. Yeah, Rachel was just in the last round, wasn't she? Okay, so 4, Piper, 3. Okay. Yeah. So well done the late players because they got a few points. So Rachel got 4, Piper got 3. So overall, the winner is Feline. Well done. Feline got 9. But it was very close again. Cindy got 8, so you're in second place, Cindy. And then Anthony, Mahensa both got 7. Rachel, who obviously came in only for the last round, got 4. So that's good going from her to get 4 from that last round. And Daniel, who obviously wasn't in it all the way through, he got 3. And Piper got 3. And Piper only joined in for the last round. So that's good going for her as well, really. So well done, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Well done to Feline, but it's very close. So lots of. Does anyone want to? I tell you what, Feline. Since you won, you can suggest what next week's quiz will be. Thank you, Mahensa. If you want to pick the theme for next week's Feline, obviously film or like questions. We can do that the week after, Anthony. Unless Feline's happy to do that next week. But since Feline won, I'll give Feline the option. Feline, do you want to pick next week's quiz, like what it'll be about? Sarah Michelle Gellar won. I'm assuming that's what that means. Okay. Task there. It might be quite hard to do a whole quiz on her, but yeah, I guess I could try that. Okay. It'll probably be quite a short quiz, but I guess I could do a Sarah Michelle Gellar one. I'm assuming she means Sarah Michelle Gellar by SMG. Could be a gun. Yeah, I'm gonna make it a rule from now on. No initials like that. Just say the word. Mix in. Yeah, but I'm confused now because now Feline's saying mix in horror. Oh, you just mean with Sarah Michelle Gellar. Oh, okay. All right. So just based on her movie roles or TV roles, not like just questions about her in real life sort of thing. Okay. Yeah, I'll just base it on the films she's been in, films and TV. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. It's probably not as hard as I'm making out. Okay. So next week will be Sarah Michelle Gellar. The week after, yeah, I can do that 1 week, Mahensa. The week after, I'll do horror movies as suggested by Anthony. Okay, so that's the quiz for. Just to remind you, you can donate to the channel if you want to support the PayPal thing. It's at the top of the thing, but I'll also put it in the description to the video. Um, yeah, Scooby would be fun actually. Next Wednesday, Veronica Mars is the pilot stream, so that should be a good one. Tomorrow night, there'll be a horror movie of some description. Hopefully, it'll be New Nightmare, if not something else. And also, I'm going to do the next X Files review soon. Maybe tonight. I'm thinking of watching the episode tonight and doing it. So, plenty coming up. So, I'll see some of you tomorrow for the horror movie stream. But thanks, guys. And I'll see you all again soon. Take care. Goodbye.